Hi, I'm Bob Keener with School for Amazing Kids. We have 5 schools, and I just had the opportunity to attend a 4-day event with Julie Bartkus. I think she calls it a leadership intensive, and boy, was it ever. We had an opportunity to do a lot of different things, everything from role playing as 2-year-olds to understanding complex topics that will help us run our businesses better. I've been part of several communities for improvement in the child care industry, and my time here with Julie was incredible for me. I take my notes on a computer, wound up with about 19 pages typewritten of notes, and included at least 50 actionable items. And I think the thing that I like most about my action items here is that they're at a more foundational level. They involve more than simply tactics. They involve foundational strategies. So in other words, rather than Julie handing me fish, I think she taught me how to fish a little bit. We've been in business since 2000. We're not rookies to the business, but I'll tell you that this was beneficial for me and for my team. And I know for the meetings after that we had that my entire team felt the same way. I judge the value of meetings like this and the time we spend and the money that we spend to attend. I judge it based on what I can take away. And I have more to take away than I'll be able to act on. So my plan is to go back and I'm going to pick the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to pick the 2 or 3 easiest things that I know are going to bring enrollments to my school and bring employee retention rates up and get started on those. Fortunately, I have a whole team with me, so if they do the same thing, we'll have a lot of stuff going on. I'm also part of the community of child care owners that Julie mentors. And that's a relatively new thing for me that started, I guess, maybe 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. And I've gotten real value out of our conversations on the telephone, and I probably haven't used it nearly as much as I should, but so far it's been fantastic, and I'm looking forward to continued results. If you're interested in growing your school, and by growth I mean more than just enrollments, more than just profits, and those are included. If you're interested in growing your school, I'd recommend that you pick up the phone and give her a call. She can help. The benefits to Julie's program surpass other offerings in that rather than just offering tactics, which are beneficial, it's always great to get a good idea for a sales program or a good idea for how to for a specific enrollment program. Those are great. But I think the benefit that Julie brings to the table that is unique, at least it is so far, is that she is working on a more foundational level. She's helping change mindsets so that those things, those tactics aren't mysterious to the average owner, and they actually become things that you think of yourself. You know, a lot of child care centers, a couple of the ones that we've purchased were owned by and run by people who were pulling their hair out. They were working 12 hours a day, and they were struggling, moment by moment to make things work. Even some schools that were successful financially, but their owners were still holding on way too tight. And I would suggest to anybody who's considering Julie's program or anything like this, just get started. It's not much of a risk. You have a subscription time base, and you have 12 months, and give it a shot. It's cheaper than what we spend in advertising in 6 months. I think at this particular intensive, one of the things that we got the most bang for the buck out of is the idea of touching lives and having them come alongside our vision. We have an interesting story, and it's neat, and you do too, I'm sure. Everybody's got a great story, but we never really thought about involving our staff in our story and bringing them alongside that to connect to the vision. And I think that what Julie has done tangibly here is to give us some very specific and unique ways to do exactly that. That is going to help me with employee retention. And as you know, if you're a child care owner, one of the areas your parents evaluate you on every single day is turnover. When they see new faces, they hate it. So if I can have a dramatic impact on employee retention through some of the things that Julie has given us, then I have upped my game quite a bit. We had someone during the course of our event laughingly talk about riding the fence in implementing some of the things that Julie's talked about. And before I could help myself, what I said to her was, you got to be careful riding fences because you get splinters in places you shouldn't have splinters. If you're considering doing something with regard to child care, don't ride the fence.